You have to start with all right, boys.
I say, all right, boys. All right,
Yeah,
guys.
are you not comfortable with boys?
All right, boys. All right, boys. We're here for another top 5. Today we'll be doing all typings, the top 5 units for each typing. I'm joined by Sora today. Say what is up, Sora.
Hey, what is up? It's my channel, but he's doing the intro because I am incompetent. Anyways, we're doing top 5 as he said for each type. We're gonna start off with the green type since the newest unit on global is a green unit, which will also be the first one we'll talk about, as he is definitely in the top 5. We'll go about the order at the end. But yeah, it's green Ban, Nunchuck Ban. If I could switch, that'd be great. I can, cool. I guess I'll do it the old school way.
Green Nunchuck Ban is actually a very good unit. He was basically a surprise for Global because he was released on a banner. Usually he's a coin shop unit. He was always a coin shop unit. He was in banners on JP at ticket banners, but I don't really count those as like actual banners.
True.
The fact that you can actually summon for him using diamonds is crazy because he's a coin ship unit. The coin ship unit is one of the best units in the game, and Ban is one of the top units still in JP Grand Cross. So
yeah.
the
Some
fact that
people might tell you that he's only good for story and he falls off. Don't listen to those people. So yeah,
Okay,
he's a great
so
unit. He AOE extorts and he AOE attacks. You probably fucking even either face him in PvP or use him yourself if you're lucky and pulled him. I didn't. But yeah, he's amazing. He's obviously the rank 1 green on global currently.
Yes, I agree. He's super good for PvP. He's gonna become even better for PvP once we get Gother, which should be in like 2 to 3 weeks from now.
Wow.
And once we get Gother, dude, the Ban, Gother, and what's it called? Ban, Gother, and King team is gonna be just crazy to face in PvP. So definitely deserving to be in the top spot for the green units on global.
Yes, sir. And the second one is going to be someone that a lot of people also have been talking about, a lot of people have been making videos about, which is Jericho. A lot of people actually don't know why she's good. I've been getting Twitter DMs about, well, why do people use her? But her passive makes it so every time she uses a skill, she increases her crit chance by 10%. And she starts with 30, 36 actually, if you've got her star system up a little bit. And she has an insane crit damage of 170%. Most units are around like 130, 140, but she's 170. Which in combination with her ult, that doubles crit damage, meaning 340, plus eventual crit damage gear. You can imagine she's doing stupid damage on JP, and probably on global you can, if you spend a lot of money, she'll be doing 2 to 3 million damage against type disadvantage on the guild boss with the proper setup. So yeah, a lot of damage. I use her in PvP. Pretty much what you do with her, you debuff, and then you strike, and because she has weak point, she does triple damage, and because of her passive and the way she works, she'll most likely crit, and she'll most likely do a whole lot of damage. You see me use it in one video as well.
The reason why she's meta in PvP right now, because the meta PvP team right now in PvP is Blue King and Blue Diane. So she destroys both those units.
And then and her ult is a guaranteed one shot against anyone.
Yeah, it is. 100%. She is super good. She's also good for story. I'm surprised. See, if I knew this, like I never pulled Green Jericho on my JP account, and I never really used her from the beginning game. If I used her beginning game, I think I would have rather just re-rolled for her than Green Melly. To be completely
true. Yeah, I didn't. My Green Melly was level 1 when I beat Hendrickson on global. I just used her and crit him twice, and he was dead.
Yep. So if I was knowledgeable on that, if I used Jericho, I would have definitely re-rolled for her.
So for the few of you that didn't re-roll for Melly and did someone else, but you have Green Jericho, you'll be fine.
Our next topic is Green Melly. Why is he the best unit in the game right now? Because he counters and does a lot of damage. I mean, he's good for PvP right now as well. He scares a bunch of teams away from attacking him because nobody wants to take a counter, and people are like very scared of his counter and don't know if they hit him like right off the bat, they won't take a lot of damage. I mean, overall he's a good unit. He also stuns with his ultimate. There's nothing much to say about him. He can crit the lower HP you have.
Yeah, and he has actually really decent crit damage of 160 as well. Plus his attack card, 240, 360, 600 is the best multiplier of any attack card in the game.
Yeah. So I mean,
pretty much goes without saying. You've probably watched enough videos about why Crit Melly is God.
Yeah.
So we'll just move on to the next one, which is going to be Green King, which I think you can still buy in the coin shop, but don't. savior coins.
Yeah. So Green King is only used in one event right now on global, and that is the Gray Demon. He is a necessary like unit to have in the Gray Demon. If you don't have Green King, you basically cannot move past normal difficulty, because even with me having my own Green King and doing hard, even hard, not extreme, it is super difficult if like the other guy you're playing with doesn't have him. It makes it difficult. So you need this unit. He is very reliable on especially the Gray Demon, and definitely the best unit for the Gray Demon, even on JP till right now.
Yeah, he gets a boost damage against him. His passive gives him crit chance. His attack card does double crit damage, which he has average crit damage of 150, or a little above average, but I think the pierce rate's actually wrong. This database hasn't updated it. That's funny. It's 45, but other than that, yeah, he's great. His second attack is pretty much useless against Grey Demon because he can't debuff him. But his first attack does up to like 500k on JP currently, and like on global I've hit numbers like 200k. Just for Grey Demon, you need him.
So I'm looking at this right now, right? I'm looking at the tiers we've made. So the next unit we're going to talk about, right? I feel like the next unit we're going to talk about is actually probably the 4th slot, and King is the 5th spot.
I would kind of agree.
Because now that I'm talking about it, I'm like, wait a minute, dude, Guild Thunder's way better than King.
Yeah, way more uses, yeah.
Way more uses. He's using PvP, he's using like team for buffing. He does a lot of damage with his ultimate.
No.
I mean,
yeah. So if you watch my top 5 SRs video, which if you haven't, go watch it. I'll go like way more in depth. Hence the 22 minutes for 5 units. His passive, 30% defense related stats, which is crit resistance, crit damage resistance, or crit defense. It's really good. Take a lot less damage. His attack card's pretty much useless, but you don't use him for that. He has a 60% attack boost, insane. And being an SR, you get his ult up pretty easily. It goes up to 840 damage, really good. That's about all there is for Guild Thunder.
No, yeah, he's also one of the main units you can use in the Grey Demon as well, next to King. And he buffs up King to do like insane damage. And plus also himself, if you have him like 6/6, right? He can do around like 100 to 200k damage with his ultimate on the Grey Demon. So he's very good.
Also got a solid HP stat for an SR. Most have like 3,000 something, but 3,800 is on the higher end.
Yep.
Right. Those are the green units. And moving on, kind of want to skip red and go to blue because red's kind of iffy, but we'll do red.
Okay.
So red's ranking, don't be too set on it because we're not sure either because they're so like similar in usefulness. Balance in battle power. The first one we're gonna start off with is Merlin. We told all of I'm not gonna say we. I told you guys to skip her because she's not that crazy of a unit, especially since Gustav exists, who has the same kit. But Merlin, main thing she does is freeze. Freeze is really good. It's a stun. You can cleanse it in PvP, which is why it's not the best. But if you stun a king, he can't do anything. Really good stats, even for an SSR. I don't know why her passive icon isn't there. It's pretty cool actually. You know, this database is inferior to the other one. She gets more piercer with very old orb she has, so she goes up to 70% piercer, or 76 I think if you have her star system maxed out. And her attack skills is pretty solid as well. 220 on level 1 is good. On the second one she disables recovery skills, so technically you could freeze someone, disable King's healing skills, and he can't unthaw him. And her ult is just solid damage and seals attack skills.
Yeah.
That's
so here's why she's good again. She's usable in Guild Boss on Global. I would feel like she's more usable than than Gustav, because the Guild Boss is actually red and Gustav is green. So if Gustav takes a hit, he's basically gonna be gone. Merlin is better because she can load 3 freeze, and you have to do a lot of damage from Guild Boss to get the extra points. So she's much better on there as well.
Yeah, like that 200% is just so good for new kings. Pretty much what you use, even on JP to this day, you still use Merlin for that.
I mean, yeah, Merlin and Gustav are the only 2 freeze units we currently have even right now on JP. It's been 8 months. So.
Vivian needs a freeze card.
Definitely one of the units you want to pick up eventually.
Yeah, you'll get her with your SR ticket, I'm sure. If you skipped her like I told you to.
Yeah.
Right, next up, it's a unit that all of you know. I don't even want to talk about it. I've made a video on him. It's Red Arthur. He buffs and he hits hard. Cool.
He's a buffer right now. He's gonna have more uses in the future. He's gonna fall off the meta, I believe, like in a month. But then he's gonna reclaim that meta once we get Red Escanor.
Yeah, once a certain man that I can't find drops. A certain sexy man hit him. When he drops, this man will shoot up.
Shoot up.
Yeah, that's all. Is Red Arthur good? Yes, that's all you need to know. Next red unit, and like the next three, you could just switch the positions, and I wouldn't care. Red Bond, my favorite unit.
I'll let you talk about it.
Yeah,
that's all you do.
It's my favorite unit on JP still. Gave him UR here and everything. He's kind of like Jericho in the sense where he has the same attack card as her, which is weak point with the same multipliers as well. So triple damage when they're debuffed. He gets his ult gauge pretty quick, which is this whole kit. As in, get your ult gauge real quick, you snatch or extort someone's stats. They have a debuff, you hit harder, you use your first skill on their dead. I'm in Masters now on PvP, and not once have I ulted and attacked someone and they didn't die. Even if it's a level 1 attack on his ult, even if it's type disadvantage, like they still die. He just does too much damage. His second skill decreases skill ranks, which is pretty good. If you face a king, you can derank his skill so he can't petrify you. And on this level 2 and 3, he also decreases their ult gauge. And he also has amazing stats once you level him up. That base attack is deceiving. He has incredible attack.
I have never used this red bond.
I have. That's your loss. Alright. Yeah. Next unit is yours, kinda.
Okay, so that's base Elizabeth.
That's base Elizabeth, yeah.
Okay, so base Elizabeth is good. I would actually debate putting her there because she's only good in the back, while Hauser is good for farming.
Oh yeah, Hauser's next unit, by the way.
Yeah, Hauser was next. I mean, Elizabeth's good. She can seal attack as well with her rank 2 and 3. She heals in the back if she's not like the last slot. She also has a heal card. With her ultimate, she can heal and restore. Is it restore? She's restore ultimate gauge.
No, that's the green one. She fills ultimate gauge with just her normal heal.
Okay, so I mean, she's a very good unit. Like even if your unit dies, right, and she comes in, she still has the firepower to be usable even in like the front slots. So definitely one of the SR units you guys want to level up. If you do, everybody should have her. So you should level her up.
Yeah, she's free. Also, like the reason why I put her higher is just because you can run her on literally any team. It be it PvP,
so in
PvE.
JP, she's helped me on so many super bosses. It's actually crazy.
I have global open right now. If I had my JP open right now, you'd see me healing every turn just because I have her in the back. I'm too lazy on global to get her up though. Currently, I'll work on it. Next unit I don't like, so you can talk about him.
Okay, so Hauser is very good. You can basically put him on your team. What I do on JP is when I'm farming food, right? Food or any of the free stages being like the world stages. Basically, I just have on my team in solo, and I just let it auto farm.
Really?
Yeah.
That actually sounds like it works. Yeah, fair enough.
So it's like you can do like the easiest one, right? Same thing. Everybody does the easiest one. Just leave it on auto, dude. He has AoE attacks. He one-shots everybody. And it's super easy to farm instead of having like 3 unit teams.
I never thought of that. I might start doing that.
The big brain, dude.
True. Yeah. So his ult's nothing special. His pass is pretty good. All basics.
I think his ult removes ult gauge.
Yeah, it's the same as Lilia. It ranks down and then depletes.
It's good. Yeah.
It's pretty good. Yeah. I'm not a fan of this unit. He keeps disappointing me on JP.
He has a good passive for humans as well.
Yeah, and there's a lot of humans. Like Escanor is a human, so that's probably the main reason. Arthur's a human. Bond is a human.
So when the first Escanor came out, right, the Escanor, I ran Arthur, Gother, Escanor, and him in the back because he boosted Escanor and Arthur.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I used him for super boss against Merlin. Yeah. Alright. The red type's covered. Okay. The
blue
next
units.
one is blue units, which King. Look at him. Okay, King, there's no way you haven't either used or faced him, unless you don't play this game. Then I mean, fair enough, more power to you. But King,
he's free. He's free. He's the best unit in the game right now.
Same passive as what's his face, Hauser, but for fairies, which currently only benefits him because you're not running Green Helmet with him.
No.
But what he does is, and you've used him. I know you've used him. I don't need to go into depth. He petrifies and he heals. He cleanses debuffs. Really good stats. Really good ultimate that ignores resistance.
Listen, once you guys get some copies for him, like go and layer down the road, him in PvP is just nasty with his ultimate. He one-shots everybody.
Yeah. And you've probably heard the rumors about Kingbrim, and once that comes out, I'll make a whole new video about it. But yeah.
Oh no.
Deadly combo, deadly combo.
Next unit, Blue Diane, dude.
Blue Diane. I made a video about her too, so go watch that. But
AoE.
Yeah.
She can seal.
She gets stronger.
One of the main farmers right now. I use her on every team.
I use her in JP, yeah. Her ult does really good damage as well.
She has good damage. She can increase her attack over passive each turn. By the time you get her ult, she's gonna hit for a lot of damage.
You also use her in PvP, and you got her from story for free.
Yeah, super good unit.
Alright. Next one is Slater. What used to be my favorite unit, now he's my third favorite unit.
Okay, so you can go ahead.
Yeah. What he does is, if I can pull him up, he has both really strong attack skills, which both benefit from what his passive does, which is when the enemy doesn't have ult gauge, he will guarantee a crit because he has a 36% base crit chance when you get a star system up, or 34 or something. And if you times 3 that's obviously above 100. And his first skill also does double crit chance. Has double crit chance, so even if they don't have full ult gauge, he'll probably still crit. And he has 160 crit damage, which is still on the higher end. Not as crazy as Jericho with 170, but 160 is still pretty good. And you pretty much, for the most part, only use him for Red Demon. Isn't much.
He is the main unit in Red Demon. He is.
The game was telling you to use Blue Bomb, but no, he's the main unit.
Yep.
Because what you do against Red Demon, if you haven't fought him yet in the death match, you fight him, you stun him at the end of every turn, so he doesn't get to move, so he doesn't get to increase his ult gauge. So Slater just keeps critting, and Slater just keeps doing silly damage. That's all there is to Slater. He's just a lot of damage and a lot of swag. Next unit.
Oh boy.
It's the LizHawk.
Oh boy. Here we go. Alright guys, you guys not know, I have a thing for LizHawk. I don't know what it is.
It's a summon video.
This LizHawk is okay right now. She does get a lot better once Gother comes out, especially for PvP. Because there's some cancer teams you can run with her, especially with her, what's it called, Digest card, which basically gives defense to all your units. Rank 2 does. That's why she's not very good right now. I tested her on PvP, I leveled her up. She just does not work right now because forming a level 2 Digest card is super tough. And you basically need that to pop off before you pop off with her, if you know what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying?
They know what I'm saying. You're on my channel. They know what popping off is.
But she's very good right now in Guild Boss. That's why I use her on. She's basically my nuclear unit in Guild Boss. Guild Boss is red, she's blue. She does a lot of damage for ultimate, especially combined with Merlin.
That's pretty much all there is to it, yeah. Does good damage. Has Amplify. If you want to run her with Arthur to be funny, you can do that. I don't suggest it.
Yeah, so you run with Arthur, use her Digest card, ultimate, boom. Her card, boom. Pops off.
Easy clap. Next one is not an SSR. It's an SR that all of you have. If you don't, you're a liar. It's SR Blue Meliodas.
Okay. I would say Weinhardt might be a little better than Meliodas, because Meliodas needs, like, good gear to pop off.
Kinda, yeah. But
his Weinhardt is an AoE, he can seal. Plus he's better farmer.
So we'll start with the honorable mentions first. Meliodas.
Honorable mentions! Blue Meliodas. He hits like a fly, but give him UR gear, he does the damage.
Yeah, and a lot of people, like including me, didn't use him at all at first, but because I didn't know how his skills work. We were on Japanese, we don't understand the language, and too lazy to look up translations at that point. And
he's a good unit.
He has weak point. It means he does triple damage. It means his level 1 card is actually 330 of his attack. And he has decent attack stat. He also gets 30% crit chance every turn if he didn't get hit. So, and that happens a lot, especially because no one wants to hit a counter, because they're all scared of that yellow icon.
They are. They really are.
He does triple damage when they're debuffed. He can't debuff himself, which is like kind of a yikes. His ult does also double crit chance, and he has 160 crit damage. Pretty cool. And pretty much, if he didn't get hit for one turn, he'll have 50% crit chance. You double it with his ult, he will crit. It's pretty good. You can use him for Red Demon. I've used him for a while, not anymore. Yeah, like I said, there's better Meliodas to run, but he's pretty good. And I guess we'll go to Weinhardt straight, yeah.
I mean, Weinhardt is good. Okay.
I have him UR on JP, and global.
he's an AOE. He just
okay.
helps you a lot.
Double AOE, and especially early game where like you may not be able to take too many attacks. He disables attack skills, AOE, which is really good. He disables stances, which you probably will never use. You don't run him in PvP. His passive is also really good. Total of 40% pierce rate. Just helps with a lot of units, especially if you run Meliodas, which will be on global in like half a year. Really good. Decent stats. 320 attack is good for an SR. 150 crit damage, which with 20 crit chance won't be happening too much, but it's alright. And then his ult is really strong because he increases his pierce rate times 3, plus his passive, a lot of damage. Good farmer.
Yeah,
that's all there is to it. I made a video on him as well.
Okay, we got a few honorable mentions.
Yeah. Next one's LizHawk.
LizHawk.
Red Demon.
Red LizHawk. Basically used in Red Demon mostly. You will never see her ran elsewhere. I've seen her in PvP a few times, but I was like, why? I mean, she can work on PvP if you people don't know about her, I guess.
Or if you have someone that taunts and you try and like be really funny.
Yeah, if you have her 6/6 on PvP, she can. I think she can one shot.
Yeah. Her ult pretty poggers. Pretty much what she does is she increases her base stats by 10%. Base stats being HP, attack, defense. Every turn, if he doesn't take damage, you on Red Demon, you stun him, so he doesn't attack. So she just keeps stacking. If you want to sit in the free stage for 13 hours and get up to 1 million attack state, you can go ahead and do that.
She does. She can do max damage, dude.
Yeah, she's technically and will forever be the hardest hitting unit in the game.
Exactly.
With enough setup, with enough hours and free time.
10 hours of setup, you can do max damage.
You're good to go. And third one?
Green Elizabeth.
Oh yes, sir. She's
best
really
healer.
She's
best
almost
healer in global. Yeah. So I've seen her in PvP. She can be a nuisance because she basically heals your whole team.
Yeah,
and
she gets
the other
ult
teams,
in the
right?
second turn.
Their units right now in PvP don't do damage. It takes forever to get through a PvP match.
True.
It's actually annoying. And you have her in the team, heals your whole team. Their opponent just rage quits. That's what I did. So
nice. She moves bots. Actually has really solid stats. Defense is a little low, but that's fine.
Another combo you can perform with her, right? So let's say you have 3 ults. You ult and use her ult, recover your ult gauges.
Yeah, it's really good. She starts off with 2 ult orbs at the start, so you just need to move 1 card, and then use both her cards, and you're good to go. Or if you get a second card of her, you just move it and use it, and boom, that's her ult next turn. And because she gets her ult really quick, it's really annoying to face her because she just stalls with her heals. Unless you petrify her, which King can just cleanse her out, since Global has the quality of life update. But she's really close to making a top 5, but she's not.
Be free. She was free for the 100 days.
Yeah, if you don't have her, we will probably get her for free on Global.
Yep.
No promises.
So that's the top 5 list. I mean, I think it's pretty solid.
Yeah, I think if you have any of the first 2 columns,
also
rows,
for the people commenting a month later, look at the date.
People will comment a month later, like, "Oh my God, why is Halbram not on here? Oh my goodness, he's in here. Oh my goodness, where's Blue Meliodas?" Yeah. So this is it's March 20th for me, March 19th for Speedy. Time zones, funny, I know. Yeah. If you have any questions for units, if you're upset your unit is on there, let me know in the comments. Like the video, because I'm hungry. Tell your friends. Good ciao.
Ciao.